As we approach the end of the year, we're going to be thinking about taxes and ways to keep more of our money. Congress recently extended dozens of tax breaks. Here with more on that, Kim Ford, CPA with Hill and Ford. And last time you were here, I think we talked about, you were actually at the White House.
I was, a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Everybody's attention now turning to taxes and whether or not, whatever ways we're going to be able to keep more of our money. And nothing new on the table, but there are a lot of tax breaks that have been extended that were not going to be extended.
That's right. We had no certainty at all during 2014 of what the tax breaks were going to be for the extenders, but right at the middle of December, as in true fashion of Congress, they passed the extender bill, and so we do have quite a few extenders for individuals and for businesses. And so it's time to look at that as you're getting your income tax information ready, whether it's sales tax receipts or looking at equipment purchases and that kind of thing.
What's the biggest thing, Kim, that most people, I don't know, maybe look over and don't think about filing on that?
Well, this year, for Texas, it's really important that we can deduct our sales tax, and that was one of the extenders. And it's not just sales tax on everyday purchases. The bigger issue is sales tax on large purchases like boats and cars and that kind of thing. So pull out those receipts, and also you only have 3 days left to do anything that is significant. But if you're over 70 years old, you might think about making a charitable contribution directly from your IRA, and those kinds of things. Those are the big ones.
As far as sales tax goes, though, I mean, they have a standard formula that you can, a multiplier that you can use for your income. But is it better for most of us to keep individual sales receipts unless we buy a big ticket item? I would think it'd be easier just to do the multiplier and average out.
It's definitely easier, but some people who make some quite a few purchases during the year, it does make a difference. And then for businesses, they need to look at equipment purchases because there's new accelerated depreciation rules. Actually, they're not new, they're just the same ones that we've had before, but they're still in place, and that makes a big difference. And we've been talking to our clients about that really all year and planning that that we would get these extenders, and that's really the takeaway from all of this, is that even though now here we are again at the beginning of 2015 and we don't know if they're going to extend them again, but the likelihood, it seems, looking at history, is that they will. And so plan for that and talk to your tax advisor, as we've been talking to our clients about those tax extenders, and assume that they're going to pass and plan accordingly.
Yeah, it's always better to have it and not need it.
Exactly.
As need it and not have it, which brings up another good point. I think most people, and I'm guilty of this, I don't think about taxes in January or March or July or August on. This month is when you start thinking about, oh, we're coming up to the end of the year, but realistically, you ought to start a file or something and think about this on January 1 forward.
Absolutely, and that's what we work with our clients on, all the time, is let's think about what really is going to happen and what's going to be advantageous to you, and how you can save taxes and run your business or your home life as best you can.
In filing taxes, most people, when you're younger, you don't have those deductions, and it's easier, which is why they named it 1040EZ. Just file that 1040 form, which is much easier. How do you know, at what point do you say, well, I don't need to do this the easy way, I need to maybe do a little bit more, but obviously it's going to pay me more money on the back end?
That's right. Normally it's when a young person buys a home, they can begin itemizing deductions because they'll have mortgage interest and property taxes and these kinds of things. But if someone is very charitable minded, that can kick them over the edge and have them file a longer form.
Best thing, just prepare in January.
Absolutely. Think about it all year long. Be strategic. Don't be reactive.
All right. Kim, good to see you again.
Thank you, Barry. Good to see you.